Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you and welcome back to the beta plan as we are playing, as you can see, a totally different type of strategy game. Now, I come from a Magic the Gathering background, so I was quite hesitant always to even play Hearthstone. Now, I know the game well enough in the sense that I've seen people play it and I've even looked at the World Championship because I have friends that love it. And they wanted me to play as well and what have you not. And even though I haven't played yet with them, I've spent quite a bit of time already in the game. Doing solo adventures. Just solo adventures. The fact of the matter is that, well, I wanted to be sure that I had everything that I could have for a proper start, if you will. And the proper start is me playing for the very first time against an internet opponent. And that is what I am going to give you, my watchers. Watching me get slapped around my arse because I have, well, not good cards, of course, and shite luck, and, well, the opponent is just overpowered, and I don't know what have you not. But yeah, that is kind of the idea here. So, if you're also like me and come from a Magic the Gathering background and you haven't heard of Hearthstone, which probably means you have lived under a rock somewhere, in comparison, it has a lot less rules. And its rules are very straightforward and strict. They are somewhat so less complicated that I make the mistake of saving up a minion for blocker while it has no taunt. The ability which requires the opponent to attack it first before it attacks you. Something that in Magic the Gathering is a little bit different because when you attack an opponent, you get assigned blockers and, well, there's just a few different mechanics. Moreover, your card deck is limited to 30 cards instead of, well, 60 or higher, which makes for the games a lot shorter, a lot more faster paced. In short, it's simpler, faster paced, and it's free to play. So, I know that a freeze mage is very powerful, thus, we are not going to use that. We're the beta plan. Duh. Now, I have built a deck, I've built a lot of decks in order to, well, understand a little bit the game, but the deck I want to play with is my custom Warlock deck. Also, by the way, of course, once again, you must have lived under a rock if you don't know, this game is built on the World of Warcraft lore. Now, I haven't even played World of Warcraft, as I've said before in the questions and answers video. I am not very much of a MORP kind of guy. I kind of like my adventures to have their own stories with me, and more or less a one-on-one experience, if you will. And, therefore I haven't played it. But I have played World of Warcraft 1 and 2 when it was still just a strategy game, a real-time strategy game. And even from there I recognize some of the heroes that were already introduced back then. Now this is my deck. I have Corruption, which I can choose to destroy an enemy creature, doesn't matter what its value is, and that is what I kind of like about that card. And it's only at the low cost of 1 mana, though it can act one more time before it is destroyed at the start of your turn. So it isn't immediately gone, but of course it's 1 mana. Mortal Coil, deal 1 damage. If you kill something, you draw a card. Nice. Power Overwhelming, you never know when you need a creature in order to kill off the enemy. Give it +4/+4 and then it dies horribly. So for that matter, the second +4 is less needed unless you have a creature like, for instance, a Wind Fury Harpy, which has Wind Fury, which means it can attack twice. We have a Flame Imp, because, well, for 1 mana a 3/2 is pretty freaking awesome, though it does deal 3 damage to me. But, well, the Warlock deals a lot of damage to itself, because its power is to draw extra cards by dealing damage to itself. A Void Walker, awesome. There is a general card, which I'll have to show you for a moment here, of 1 mana cost. The Goldshire Footman, Taunt, 1/2, 1 mana. Yes, but this is a 1/3 taunt. So this card is definitely better. It's like, in every freaking way, it's better than the Goldshire, because it just has 1 more health. Then we have the Gold Bolt Geomancer for extra spell damage. The Succubus, Very strong card for the 2 mana, but I have to discard a card. Drain life, deal 2 damage, restore 2 health, but well, can be more damage thanks to Cabal Geomancer. And keep that idea in mind, all spells will do more damage. Same holds true for Shadow Bolt. Thus we have Delarian Mage, and then Delarian Mage also gives us more spell damage. This is more or less in there for having a taunt creature in the midsection of the game. Hellfire, deal 3 damage to all characters. This is more or less my clear the board if I'm in trouble. Ogre Magi, once again extra spell damage. Once again a taunt creature, twice of them, because well, he's quite good I think for 4 mana, even if it is a very general card. 5 health, kinda nice. The Archmage, once again, spell damage on top of it. The Dread Infernal, 6/6 Battlecry, dealing 1 damage to everything else. Sunwalker, Taunt and Divine Shield. And our special win card is Ragnaros the Fire Lord. And with this deck, we are going to do our very first game against an internet opponent. I have never ever played this before. It is going to be... Are we going to go immediately up against ranked? You know what, let's play ranked. I have no idea if that is even a smart idea, but... Let's see if we can manage. I don't know if yet this is going to be a series or what have you not, but... Oh, it depends a little bit also, of course, on the feedback. Will you like this or not? Oh. There we go, immediately a mage.
Your soul shall be mine.
I think Hellfire is a little bit hefty for the thing. Oh, 2 Mortal Coils. That means the first round we won't do anything because we start up and... Oh, that's a little bit too money costly. And we have no 1-drop, as they say in, at least in Magic the Gathering. I assume that would be the same in this game. But we can drop this...
Job's done.
This Cabal Geomancer, which means all our spells now deal more damage, which hopefully we can make use of in order to clear his board every time. Dealing 2 damage, Mortal Coil, getting a card, and what have you not. Oh, there he goes. Dealing 1 damage to my Cabal. Ah, and now he killed it. Well, luckily, we have Mortal Coil anyways. So, oh, and there we get our win condition card, if you will. Now I'm using my power, taking 2 life of my own and draw an extra card. And let's see what this person does. By the way, I'm being very impolite.
I greet you.
Yes.
My magic will tear you apart.
Very nice response. I think that was a threatened response for the mage. At least that's what I assume. Holy sweet patootie. A little more kinder, huh?
Job's done.
Alright. I didn't want to use a spell just yet, Mortal Coil, on her because I deal 2 damage and I draw no card, so I see kind of the point of it, if you will. Well, there goes a Firebolt to my face. Alright, let's see if we can turn this stuff around. We will kill that. We will kill this, clear her board, draw another card. We have 4 mana left and we will put on our taunt. Now we have board advantage. Doesn't say everything though, because a mage can do quite a bit of potent amount of damage right from the get-go. With Fireball and freeze spells, which disallow you to use your minions. And she is drawing a lot of cards, trying to probably get into the right type of deals here. So let's see what we can do here. We can start throwing down some hefty mages.
Truth is my shield.
Let's throw down that one. That gives her 2 creatures to deal with. The Divine Shield means that one time that the damage is completely undone, unless you of course transform it into a 1/1 and then it's completely useless. But I kind of had anticipated that, to be honest, because what I want to do more, well, that is actually a good drop. I kind of thought I would do the spell damage one. And I didn't want to lose my Archmage for that, because this is a spell damage that kind of sticks around. But now that we have it like this, let's place it like this way around. And let's see what she does against this, because Polymorph is a very good spell.
Tazdingo! Yes.
Well, as she copies my card. Now, I wonder... We can currently... Ooh, that one is annoying because all her spells will cost one less, and of course I don't want that to happen. So what we are going to do is we're going to kill her creature with a shadow bolt. Now we're never not going to clear the board because we are ahead. We don't really need this, but it could restore our health a little bit, and it would clear our board. If I do it like this, this is the same type of amount of damage coming through. And now I have 2 mana left. I could throw it on the succubus, but I'm kind of hesitant to do so. Oh, there we go. Let's see, she is now lower health than me. She had the startup, but I have the board. Ah, but not anymore. There is one of those spells the mages can do. Flame Strike. And this is Arcane Missiles. Is she going to kill every minion I have? Yes, she is. She just cleared the board. So, of course, we say
Well played.
I'm sorry.
no, that's no problem. Of course you wanted to do that. I can understand, but I am going to throw down a taunt. And I'm going to throw down... because there's no other minion on the board. He's definitely going to do that 8 damage to her face. Now we have deadly damage on the board. If she doesn't clear out my Ragnarok, the Fire Lord, it's going to be somewhat problematic for her. And there is 6 damage. There is the flames fireball she needed. And that is no problem whatsoever. Now the question is, what are we going to do in retaliation? This guy I can't kill right now. And it will kill my creature. But I don't think flames...
You wonder.
And we don't have any spells, so placing him down would be foolish. Let her have another problem to deal with. 2 creatures that taunt, and this creature has a Wind Fury, double striking. More or less, we have again deadly damage on the board. She has to deal with this creature, but I have 2 creatures that are taunting. Ah, now she freezes it. That means I can't use it the next turn around. Ah, and now she can counter her own taunt.
What does the future hold?
Perhaps it's time for our own clear the board. I think it is. Is there one? No, this has taunt, so I can't strike at it. And this will be dead next turn because of her ability. So, clear the board.
Are you ready for this? Job's done.
And I have another 4 damage in my hand. Either I get another creature that gives me +1 spell damage, like I have another Kobold Geomancer in it, or we do it in another way. Oh, there comes her stronger minions. This creature will die next turn, and that is the idea. And that is guaranteed. It's not even the idea, it's guaranteed. So... yeah, he does pump it up, but...
Don't blink.
You're dead. You do 3 damage to me. Kind of dangerous, but we have the health advantage. And... let's take an extra card. Overwhelming power. We can definitely use that. I am going to wait. I don't want to use yet my succubus because it will discard a card and I don't think I need it right now. Perhaps that is my mistake. Perhaps I should press the advantage because, well, there we go with that problem. She puts a taunt on creature on the board. Kills my imp. Kills that character. Would have died anyways because of my corruption. This could be interesting. Now we need to figure out something very smart. Yes. Put down the Dalaran Mage. Yeah? +1 spell damage. This does 4 damage now to everything. I'm giving him +4/+4. I'm putting down the 4 damage. And she knows well, that she is about to die as I have 2 creatures on the board. Unless she has a way to clear my board, this is over. I shouldn't have actually thrown down that one thing I just did. I just realized. Shouldn't have done that.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
And she throws down every card she has, but there's no taunt creature, and thus I win! My very first game as an angry chicken. I win. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope perhaps you want to see more, and if so, let me know in the comments. And I will see you then in the next video. I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty. Also, in the power of Gul'dan.